I would like to demonstrate you today a new guitar in our collection. It's a K-Line Springfield 3-tone Sunburst 2016. So before we dive into my feelings about this guitar, because it's an amazing guitar and I really would like to share some insights how it feels to play it, let's quickly run through the specs. So it's as classic Strat as it can get. It's a two-piece alder body, maple neck with sanded off back, and a rosewood fretboard, quite thick fretboard. It has vintage tuning keys, 6-point tremolo bridge. It has 10-inch radius, so it's more modern, slightly bigger radius with 61, 25, so wider frets. It has 3 single coils. These are Lolar Dirty Blondes, 5-way switch, master volume, 2-tone pots, very lightweight, very lightweight, around 3.15 kilograms. And let's dive into more details about the feeling when you take this guitar in hands. So right away I can tell you that this is one of the most vintage feeling Strats that I've ever held in my life, and I had a chance to try 60s and 50s real Strat, and I would say this is the closest to what I felt when I tried 1960 Strat. It's a very resonant guitar, it's very lightweight, it's super comfortable to play. The neck is they call it a medium C, but to my feeling it's a bit narrower, bit more like V shape in the first frets, and more towards the body it widens up. It's super comfortable to play. Again, sanded back, beautiful relic job. It's not really, it doesn't feel like the guitar has been, thrown around or dragged behind the car, but it really feels like the guitar has been played. And if not for the headstock and the history, and if you gave this guitar to me in a with closed eyes, I would believe that this might be a real 1960s Strat, really close to the real thing as far as I remember. Beautifully made, really resonant, and for someone as myself who loves Stratocasters, this is a pure pleasure to use and to present it to you. So let's start with some clean tones. I know that you cannot probably wait to hear how it sounds, so let's start with clean sounds. So to my ears, it's the definition of Stratocaster. It has the full belly, rounded, punchy tone in the neck. In the 2 and 4 positions, it's twangy. In the middle position, it's crispy. And in the bridge, it's not overly bright. It's just like, a bitey, Stratocaster sound, not overly aggressive. It's very well balanced. It moves as you shift position from the neck to the bridge. Just the frequency spectrum moves towards more, let's say less bass and more defined, crispy mid-range. So let's go through some single note lines, also known as licks. And let's play the same with a bit of overdrive. So just as a note, I'm using Vox AC30 simulation for the clean sounds and a clone as a boost for the crunchiness. And then for the overdrive, I will be using a Marshall Plexi simulation with Marshall and Orange Cap mixed. So here's the same licks with a slight overdrive. And let's go through some chords in a crunch mode.